Bonjour. Hello. Hello RG. Hello everyone. Bonjour à tous. J'espère que vous allez bien. I hope you're all fine. Well, thank you for joining me today. As you know, every Wednesday we will have a live stream on the Polyglot French channel. So, just a quick recap to introduce a bit what's Polyglot. It's a website where you can have a lot of resources, podcasts, books, and also transcription from video. You can also subscribe to the channel so you can have a bit of content and also have the class with me every Wednesday. So 9 a.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Central European time, and 12 a.m. Standard China time. Okay. You can also find the previous classes in the playlist of the channel. Okay. So today is the fourth class. Thank you all for joining. How are you? Ça va? I hope you're all fine. So, okay, we're gonna I'm gonna introduce the today's topic. So, today's lesson is bon appétit. Bon appétit. I guess you might have heard it before. Bon appétit. It's when you go to a restaurant, when you eat, you say that to uh, make the people know, enjoy your meal. It's more like enjoy your meal. It's so the subject of today, as you can tell, as you can guess, is we're gonna see how we can order a meal or a drink in a restaurant. Okay, imagine you are in France, you want to go to a bar, to a cafe, to a restaurant, and we're gonna learn how to order and what to order, maybe a little bit of vocabulary. Okay, this lesson will be in two parts. Okay, first we're gonna do cafe and bar, and next Wednesday we're gonna do the second part, which will be focused on restaurant. Okay, so what do you see on the picture? Different places when you can eat. Okay, I will let you observe the picture. Maybe they look all the same for you, but they not actually. Okay, let me just adjust up a bit the light. They not exactly the same. Those are places where you can drink and eat. Okay, but as you can tell, they're not called the same. So we have here une brasserie. Okay, une brasserie. Here we have un café. Un café. You might already know what that place about. Café. Okay. Un salon de thé. Un salon de thé. Un bistrot. Un bistrot. Et un restaurant. Okay. So, Those are typical places in France where you can eat or drink. Okay? Un restaurant is like in every other place a restaurant. It can be a French restaurant, it can be a Chinese restaurant, okay? It can be a Lebanese restaurant, Italian. It can be from all over the world. It's a place where you just eat. Un restaurant, a restaurant, okay? But if you want to be more specific, you can also go to une brasserie. Now, what's the difference between a restaurant and une brasserie? Okay. Well, une brasserie originally was more a place where beer was made, but it evolved like pretty much everything, and now it's a place when you will eat where you can eat like typical French meal, but you can also have a burger, like on the picture. They have a beer burger. It's more like a casual place. Usually, it's not that pricey, and it's open pretty much all day. Okay. So you can go to like 4 p.m. You know, you might not gonna be able to have a meal because in France, restaurant are open usually 2 times a day. Okay. At noon, let's say from noon to 2 p.m. And for the evening, they will open at 6:37 and they will close at 10 p.m. Okay. So we have two services. So we have a brasserie. We also have un bistrot. Un bistrot. What's the difference? It looks the same. It has the same chairs, but it's just to illustrate two different concepts. Okay. Un bistrot. Usually, it's a typical Parisian thing. Okay, or you can find it in different cities in France, but it's very Parisian typical. So it's usually where usually worker used to go there when they were working for at noon or after working at like on the night, and it's usually they have like a very small menu, very typical French menu. Okay, and it open just on the at noon and the evening at like lunch and dinner time. Usually it's not open on the afternoon or on the morning. Okay, it's very it's just to eat the just to eat on the afternoon or on the evening. Okay, so it's very typical, very Parisian. You can find it in every street in Paris. Okay. Now we have also un café. What is un café? As you guess, a coffee shop. Okay. You can already tell that in France, usually you have the terrace, la terrasse. Okay. Not every restaurant, but most of them has a little terrace like this. So you can choose to have your coffee when it's the on the winter. You can have the coffee inside and have the little warmth and everything. But on the from let's say March to October, French people are always outside on the terrace. Okay, either on the coffee, at the coffee shop, the restaurant, the bar, all the time they're outside. Okay, so coffee shop. Usually you can also eat, but you will almost mostly eat like pastries, like cakes, maybe sandwich. Yeah, more it's more fitted to for the morning or at 4 p.m. at tea time. Okay. Talking about tea, we have also un salon de thé. Un salon de thé is more well, it's they can have salon de thé and coffee shop at the same place, but some are different. Un salon de thé is where you drink tea. Okay, they have very large menu, very large choices of tea, usually also pastries and cakes and muffin and all, maybe croissant, everything you can find on the menu is usually pastries. Okay. So yeah, un café is specialized for coffee. Un salon de thé is like a tea salon, tea shop is more specialized for tea. Okay. So those are more from the daytime. Okay. Une brasserie, un bistrot, un café, un salon de thé et un restaurant. Okay. For daytime. On nighttime, you can have un bar. It's a bar, okay? It's where you go to have a beer, have a glass of wine, have a cocktail, okay? More on the nighttime. Well, it can open. Usually, they open at like 4, from 4 to maybe midnight, sometime 2 a.m. Um, so you can have maybe like a beer or a coffee in the afternoon, but it's more for nighttime. Okay. As you can notice, there is some um, different differences in for the word genre. Is it feminine or is it masculine? Like un café, okay. You can see un is masculine, okay. Une brasserie, une is feminine. Last time we saw le, la, les. It was la feminine, le masculine, and les plural. It's pretty much the same thing, but un, une are indefinite article. Okay, so it's more general. When you say le is when you know what I'm talking about, what we're talking about. Oh, it's a very generic category. It's like the equivalent of the. Un, une, des is the equivalent of a. Okay, a coffee shop. Now, who can we find at a coffee shop, at a restaurant, at a bar? We have une cliente ou un client. Okay? Une cliente, as you can tell, is it's a woman. It's a feminine word. Une cliente. Okay? Un client is when it's a male. Okay? Une cliente female, un client male. Same for the waitress or the waiter. It's a different word when it's a male or a female. Un serveur ou une serveuse. Okay? So, I will repeat. Un client ou une cliente. Un serveur ou une serveuse. Now, let's imagine that you're a client at the bar. Okay, you go to a bar and you want to order a glass of something. We're gonna see together a bit what you can do. So, you go to the bar and the waiter, le serveur, tell you, bonsoir, qu'est-ce que je vous sers? If you remember, bonsoir is good evening. Okay, it's on the evening time. Bonjour on the day, bonsoir on the evening. Qu'est-ce que je vous sers is the equivalent of what can I do for you? What can I offer you? And all the equivalent, okay? So, let's have a look at the menu. The menu in French, we usually say, and in France, I don't know how about the other countries, we usually say la carte, okay? La carte. La carte des boissons. Boisson is the drinks, okay? La carte des boissons. If you notice too, we're gonna see more details later, but we have des boissons, okay? Well, it's because it's plural, okay? Un, une, des. So, as there is a lot of drinks, you might want to have the plural, okay? Des boissons. So we have le vin, the wine, okay? The wine, le vin. So I use le because most of the time it will be presented like that, okay? Le vin. As it's the big category of drink. Le vin. We can have un verre de vin rouge. What do you think un verre is? Un verre de vin rouge. What is un verre? What do you think? Un verre. It's maybe, I'm gonna maybe like, okay, here. Okay, like that. It might be a little bit bigger. Okay. So, un verre is a glass. Un verre de vin rouge is a glass of red wine. Okay, the same you can see on the illustration. Un verre de vin blanc is a glass of white wine. Okay, so rouge is red, blanc is white. Okay. Donc un verre de vin rouge, un verre de vin blanc, un verre de champagne. You might know what champagne is. It's a sparkling white wine, okay, from the area of France that have the same name, Champagne, okay. It's usually a bit chic, a bit pricey, okay? But it's also typical of French. And un verre de champagne ou une bouteille de vin rouge, okay? Oops. You have bouteille, which is a feminine word because it's une bouteille. What do you think it is? Une bouteille. Well, it's a bottle, okay? It's a bottle of wine. So when you go to a French bar, you usually can choose between a glass, un verre, or a bottle, okay? Sometimes it's more economic to buy a bottle if you share with different, like maybe 3, 4 people, okay? So that's for le vin. Now we have la bière. We can choose between un demi de bière or une pinte de bière. La bière is the beer, okay? The beer. We can have un demi. Un demi is like a glass of 250 millimeters. Une pinte is like 500 millimeters, okay? Same, most of the time it's a bit more economical to have une pinte, but it depends on like what you like, how much you drink and everything. Okay? We also have les cocktails, un mojito et un kir. Un kir is a mix between syrup and champagne. It's very good. Okay? So, le vin, la bière, les cocktails. As you remember, le vin, masculine, singular. La bière, feminine. Les cocktails, plural. Okay? Okay, so that's for the card. If you want to order, you can say bonjour or bonsoir. Je vais prendre un verre de vin rouge. Okay. Je vais prendre is I'm gonna have a glass of red wine. Okay. Je vais prendre un verre de vin rouge. Up. Okay, I'm gonna just check for the PDF size. Just 1 minute. Okay, it's better like that. Okay, so je vais prendre un verre de vin rouge. I'm gonna take a glass of red wine. Je vais prendre bla bla bla. Ok? Très bien. Et vous? Je vais prendre un demi de bière. Okay? So one took beer, the woman took a beer, and the man took beer. No, the woman took a glass of wine and the man took a glass of beer. Okay? Donc, je vais prendre bla bla bla. What you want. Okay? And you? What are you interested to have? What do you want? Qu'est-ce que je vous sers? You can answer in the chat or you can answer in the comment. Je vais prendre un verre de vin rouge, un verre de vin blanc, un verre de champagne, un demi de bière, un kir. What do you want? Okay, I will let you comment either in the chat or under the video. Okay. Okay. When you finish your glass and you want to pay, you say l'addition, s'il vous plaît. L'addition is the bill. I don't know how do you say it in English, by the way. Can I have the bill? Yeah. Do you say that? I don't know. L'addition, s'il vous plaît. No, s'il vous plaît is please in a formal way. If you remember, vous is formal. Tu is informal. Okay? So when you're at the bar, in the restaurant or whatever, when you don't know the person in front of you, you always have to use vous. S'il vous plaît. L'addition, s'il vous plaît. Okay? So that means you want to have the ticket and pay for what you have. Okay? L'addition, s'il vous plaît. So, now let's go to the coffee shop, au café. Okay? Let's see a bit what you can do if you enter, when you enter a coffee shop and you go to order. You can say, bonjour, un café s'il vous plaît. So you can also directly ask to someone, especially if they are behind the bar, okay? So they are more like not a cashier, but they are behind the bar, so they can like serve you directly, okay? Bonjour, un café s'il vous plaît. Mean hello, good morning, a coffee please. So as usual, don't forget s'il vous plaît. Okay, that's very important to say s'il vous plaît. Okay, so you order a coffee and she say très bien avec ceci. So she's like, okay, great. Well, do you want something more with it? Well, let's have a view on the menu to see what we can order. No, let's not have a view on the menu. If you don't want anything, you can say ce sera tout, merci. Which means that will do. That's enough. Like, I don't want no more. Ce sera tout. Merci. Okay. Merci, what does that mean? S'il vous plaît is please. Okay. Merci is thank you. Okay. That will do thank you. So same, you have to use it. S'il vous plaît, and at the end you have to use merci. Okay. That's the two basic, the most important like expression to use when you're in France. Okay. S'il vous plaît et merci. But let's have a look at the menu. We have three categories: les cafés, les thés, et les pâtisseries. Coffees, teas, and pastries. Okay. Let's have a look at the menu. Je vais prendre un verre de vin rouge. Good choice. Good choice. Red wine, as you probably know, it's very famous in France. The wine from France are very famous worldwide, and usually they're very good. So very good choice. Okay. So we have. Oh, let me just try to. Oh. Okay. It's might be better like that, or maybe you're not able to see the menu. Okay, like this, it might be better. So the guy didn't want anything, but maybe you do. So let's check at the menu. We have les cafés, les thés, et les pâtisseries. You can notice already that with les, we have a little s at the end. It's to mark the plural, okay? So when there is more than one, that's plural. So you had an S at the end of the nouns. Les cafés, les thés, les pâtisseries. Quels sont les thés? Il y a un expresso, un café allongé ou un cappuccino. Un expresso, an americano, an American coffee, which means it's like a lot of water added to the coffee. It's pretty like large. Un cappuccino, a cappuccino. Now, the tea we have un thé vert, a green tea, and a thé matcha, matcha tea. Okay. Now, for the pastries, we have un fondant au chocolat, des profiteroles et une tarte à la fraise. Un fondant au chocolat is very good. It's like, well, you might know what it is, but it's a chocolate cake, and inside it has like a chocolate cream. So that's why we say un fondant, because it's not crunchy, but I will say it's well, at least it's solid, like on the dry on the outside, and wet, creamy in the inside. Des profiteroles. Des profiteroles, it's actually Italian, but it's very popular in France. It's like it had like well, it's like choux with cream inside, like pastry cream inside. And usually he had chocolate. It's inside like chocolate cream. Very good too. And une tarte à la fraise. It's a strawberry pie. Okay? Une tarte is a pie. Again, un fondant, you can see that un is masculine. Okay? Une tarte is feminine. Et des, how can I remove that thing? Okay. And de is plural. When you use de, you can see there is always that little s at the end of the nouns. So, qu'est-ce que vous allez prendre? Est-ce que vous voulez boire un café ou un thé? Ou une pâtisserie? Tell me in the chat or in the comment what will be your order. Qu'est-ce que vous voulez? Qu'est-ce que je vous sers? You can say je vais prendre blah 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 blah. Okay? So, write your order in the chat or in the comments, and I will check them later. Okay? So, today we learn how to order at a coffee or at the bar. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed. Okay. As usual, I advise you to check, if that's not the case, the previous classes, um, and we can see, we'll meet next Wednesday. Okay, next Wednesday, as usual, 5 p.m. European time, 12 a.m. Standard China time, and 11 a.m. on Pacific time. No, it's 9 a.m. on Pacific time. Is it? Yeah, 9 a.m. Pacific time, sorry. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you have question, you can write it in the chat. Okay, I will let you a bit of time. Up, let me up. Okay, up. So if you have any question, you can write it in a chat. You can also write it in comments, so I can like check it later and respond to it. Okay, answer to your question on directly in the comment. So if you want to meet next Wednesday, you can also subscribe to the channel so you can have the notification and be there next Wednesday. Okay, I hope you have a great week. I hope I can meet you next Wednesday, and I wish you a great afternoon, a great um, morning, or a great night. Bonne soirée, bonne nuit ou bon après-midi. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye.